so rarely to...
Ladies and gentlemen, rarely step out into the hallway.
Dead. Will break up soon, and I will kill more.
Most wanted man in Florida is waking up in a hospital this morning.
This is Esteban Carpio, who is in court for murder in Rhode Island. In 2005, Esteban was brought in for questioning after stabbing an elderly woman. But when one officer went to get him water, Esteban fatally shot the other officer. After shooting the officer, he jumped through the window and fled from the police headquarters. Upon discovering what had occurred, the police began a manhunt. A few minutes later, Esteban was caught, arrested, and brought to court. When his family saw him, they went crazy.
Step off, step off.
Not guilty! Tell them not guilty, Esteban!
One particular family member made a bold claim.
Police brutality. He was mentally ill, and he needed help, and we couldn't get it. We tried and tried, and he didn't deserve this.
Her claims were later investigated by the FBI.
There is no civil rights violation when injuries are incident to arrest. Meaning, if he's fighting the police officers, the officers have the right to use whatever force necessary to subdue the subject.
During the trial, the wife of the victim spoke to Esteban.
The murder of my husband was a cold and deliberate action. The jury found that Esteban Carpio was not insane at the time of the crime.
Before he was sentenced, Esteban was allowed to address the court.
Every day, I face the facts of what I did and what happened.
He was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. While Esteban's crimes were shocking, they hardly compare to the disturbing actions of Markeith Lloyd, who is facing multiple murder charges in Orlando, Florida. In January 2017, Lieutenant Deborah Clayton of Orlando Police tried to arrest Lloyd, who was on the run for the murder of his pregnant ex-girlfriend. But during the altercation in a Walmart, Lloyd fatally shot her. After the shooting, Lloyd fled, triggering a 9-day manhunt. When he was finally caught, he resisted arrest, so the police had to use force. During his interrogation, the officers told him how they felt.
You guys are your statement, folks.
Right now, sir.
Okay, let me go get
You carry me folks off on the button? No.
Are you guys recording?
Open your eyes. That was a true angel right there you put down. It was a true angel you put down because you're a pointless little fucking dog. Okay? And my only regret is that you're breathing right now. You get what you got coming.
I thought you were really going to put up a fight.
In a call with his family, he revealed what he did when during the 9 days police were looking for him.
I was in the woods, I was everywhere. I was sneaking out on the bus stops. What? Yep.
Before his trial for the murder of Lieutenant Deborah, Lloyd was questioned about the fatal shooting of his ex-girlfriend.
When they opened the door, I just reacted. I fired 2 shots, I just reacted. All my life, I looked out for people. All my life, I did for my people. This city loved me. All my life.
However, during his trial for the murder of Lieutenant Deborah, Lloyd claimed he had mental health issues, and he acted like it.
So do you still wish to proceed with this complaint against your counsel? I understand. All right, so you are refusing to discuss your initial complaint against counsel at this time, is that correct? Mr. Lloyd, watch your tone and the way you speak. Out.
The next time he was in court, he continued from where he stopped.
Because I'm upset right now, and I'm about to can't even talk to you.
All right.
Because they don't fucking let it, they think they know everything.
Mr. Lloyd, watch your language. Take a deep breath and calm down.
They slow as fuck. They think they're so smart, but they're not. You're not more intelligent than me.
Is there any other than the
them or them?
Mr. Lloyd, focus. Mr. Lloyd, you need to look at me and focus.
But Lloyd's drama wasn't over. When prosecutors went into details on how he ended the officer's life, Lloyd couldn't stand it.
And then let me go forward, sir.
I told you I ain't trying to kill your brother.
And you can see the overall, how it entered and it into the neck area of Miss Clayton.
Now, it's time for the jury to deliver their verdict.
We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Markeith Lloyd, should be sentenced to death. Answer, yes.
When Lloyd heard the verdict, he couldn't control himself.
Ain't nobody else testifying. I said I'm ready to see y'all come out testifying. They done hear evidence. They done move blood, move body. I ain't no more testifying shit. I'm ready to get sentenced today. I'm not looking at this bullshit. He's got a number going on this book. You've been trying to kill me. You've been trying to bring me for murder.
All right, why don't we remove Mr. Lloyd from the courtroom?
I ain't scared of nothing going on in this courtroom. Here was with nobody. Never have, never will.
Let's get him out, folks.
Love y'all.
In the end, the judge agreed with the jury's recommendation.
I hereby sentence you to death.
But even as he left the court, he didn't leave quietly.
Everything took me off. Rise my knee, on those pressing instructions, and they pressing instructions. They bow, they ball sometimes, they just put the sofa rock. These jokes are mind off people like a living in the thinking the wrong people. I'm thinking that this is your life, you're living life, you die.
Lloyd now awaits his death sentence in prison. Markeith Lloyd wasn't the only cop killer who behaved crazily in court. There is Luis Bracamontes, who is facing charges for multiple homicides in Sacramento, California. In October 2014, Bracamontes fatally shot 2 officers. He also injured 1 officer and a civilian. Bracamontes, a drug dealer and an illegal immigrant with a history of crime who is married to an American citizen, Janelle Monroy. Bracamontes' crime was so devastating that Donald Trump had something to say.
Also with us are Susan Oliver and Jessica Davis. Their husbands, Deputy Sheriff Danny Oliver and Detective Michael Davis, were slain in the line of duty in California.
In court, the prosecutor details Bracamontes' crime.
And there's blood everywhere. He's been hit. And he yells, "I'm hit, I'm hit, I'm hit."
Although Bracamontes' crimes are horrifying, his behavior in court will leave you speechless. At one point, he told the prosecutors,
No need to promote the
Be silent. Be silent.
but Bracamontes wasn't done.
Ladies and gentlemen, please step out into the hallway.
dead.
In fact, he took it a step further.
I will break up soon and I will kill more.
Eventually, the jury reached a verdict.
We find the defendant guilty.
But Bracamontes still showed no remorse.
In the possession of John Maxwell by means of force and fear, we find the defendant guilty. We further find the allegation that the defendant personally used a firearm.
As he was leaving the court, he told cops and everyone who cared to listen.
Kill more cops soon.
Bracamontes was eventually sentenced to death. However, his 41-year-old wife was also found guilty of murder and attempted murder.
Her moving that rifle from scene to scene led to her husband having that rifle in a very bad place and doing a lot of damage to a lot of people. And she did so after knowing he was going to kill cops.
I have no evidence that this woman right here, with malice in her heart, intended to kill anybody.
She was eventually sentenced to 50 years in prison. If you enjoyed this video, you should check out this video of a serial killer breaking down in court.